Hello everyone, I'm Jesus and welcome to the next episode of the Road to Old School MTG. In this video, we have round 4 of the Sylex Slam tournament held at Dave's Time Warp in Cedar Grove, New Jersey. This is for the unofficial New Jersey Championship. So this was an Atlantic tournament held at February 2024. So this is round 4. So I am playing right here on the left side. By this point, I am 2-1 in the tournament. There were 30 players, if I'm not mistaken, 30 players in this tournament, so very well attended. And for a local tournament. And after the uh, after this round, after the 4th round, then the tournament will cut to the top 8, then top 4, and then for the final match for the championship. So this is my last opportunity for me to rank within the top 8, and then I could advance then to the next round. If not, I am eliminated, and then the tournament ends for me right here and then. Right. So this last game is important. Hopefully, with a 3-1 record, I can crack the top 8. So before anything else, let's jump into my deck for this tournament. So this is the deck my main deck that I use. Bantamgeddon or Erhnamgeddon deck. Just Erhnamgeddon, but it has blue for dibs and blue power. And I'm not sure if this is the exact particular version that I use for this particular tournament. So as I'm watching the games, I'm double checking to see if I see any of the cyber cards. I have seen Karmas already, but other than that, I haven't seen much of the other cyber cards, at least that I'm recollecting right off the top of my head. But the main deck is identical, as you see it here. Recent changes that I've made, or at least somewhat recent, was the addition of the full Mox playset. Before I only had the on-color Moxes, right? So blue, green, and white. But now I'm adding all. And then I also bumped up the land counts because in previous tournaments, in previous videos, I was noticing I was missing land drops, and that caused me to lose tempo. Or if I Armageddon, it caused me to recoup quicker. So I definitely like this latest build. Other than a Black Lotus, I think it's maximized very well right now. So for this tournament, it is proxy friendly. So I could have definitely used a Black Lotus proxy, but I tend to prefer not to use proxies, at least in decks that I have the potential of playing for other tournaments, because then I'm gonna have to remove those proxies anyway if I were to play this deck in another tournament, right? So I just don't want to get used to something that won't be a consistent build, right? So, but that's just in this particular case, that's just my opinion. In other cases, I have used proxies, and you might see proxies being used by other players throughout these games. Okay, so with that out of the way, let's go into game 1. So I'm on the left. My opponent mulliganed once. I think he's the one going first. So on my hand, I see some lands. I think I saw a Soul Ring. Okay, so he's playing black. So opponent goes swamp, passes. I draw. I see a Savannah, Pixies, Lion, I believe. Swords, and a balance, planes, and a mox of some kind. On my opponent's side, it's hard to tell right now. Okay, so I'm finally making a move. Planes to a Lion, Savannah Lion, and a Mox Sapphire. So unfortunately, I didn't know until after the fact, but on my side, the cards, the glare was pretty heavy, so I will try to remind you guys of what cards I play, so that way we know what's happening, right? Because right now we can't even see that top card. That would be a Savannah Lion, but my opponent plays a Badlands, I believe, and then sinkholes my land. Right, so my next turn, I drop a Mox Pearl. I attack for 2 with the line. So I have 2 Moxes right now: a Sapphire and a Pearl, and a line. Let's see if I make a land drop. I think I saw several lands in my hand previously. I'm just double checking to see which one's the best, especially considering the 2 Moxes that I currently have. Ooh, I choose to balance. So I destroy my own creature, but I get 2, and then I drop a land afterwards. Our hand size was identical, so we didn't. So basically, just I lose the creature, but he lost 2 lands. Bit of a risky move, but then I also had the 2 Moxes, right? So maybe it's not as risky as I first said, and I had lands already in hand. So yeah, that play is pretty standard now that I see it. All right, so a factory from before, now a Pixies as well. So my opponent had played a Mace of Ith from before. That's why I didn't attack with anything. I think I had the factory from before. We'll see. Okay, so now the factory is up on the top row. So I have a Pixies factory and the 2 Moxes. So those are the glared out cards right now. My opponent played a City of Brass before. He has a Maze. So I have a factory and a Pixie, so I could attack and still hit for 2. But it depends what I have in hand. Okay, I attack with the Pixies, but then he's gonna Maze. 4 mana for a Suchi. So factory, Suchi, and then the 2 Moxes and the Savannah. All right, my opponent goes Mountain. So red is pretty strong with Artifact Hate, so we'll see if there's anything for that. Phase 2, Mind Twists me for 1. I only had 2 cards, so yeah, I mean, if he can't do much else, that seems like a good play. So he got a land. I think other than that, he's done. Right, so I could hit for 4 because I have a factory, a Pixies, and the Suchi. So of course he's going to. Ooh, Armageddon. Ooh, that was harsh. So so now I have the Suchi and the Pixie. So I attack for 6 there, drops to 11. All right, but unfortunately he played a land right after. But it was red, so he seems like his main color is black. I play a land, attack for 6 again. He's a 5, so unlikely to come back from this. He needs to do a lot. Okay. Ooh, well, that can definitely do a lot. Black Lotus pops it. Ooh, nice. That was a good play. Use So I have a Suchi and a Pixies right now. Ooh, I swords it. End of turn. So it's at 10. I attack for 6. He drops to 4. And then I pass, I think. All right, so now. And that's game 1. So yeah, so that balance was definitely the right play. All right, so pretty fast game right there. So we're going to sideboard, and now we are going into game 2. I don't think neither one of us mulligan here. So opponent goes first, factory. I draw Tundra, Lion. Badlands, bolts my line. Passes, I think. Yep, my turn. Okay, got a Mox there, so I can ramp. Yep, and I got a dip there. I see some lands. Okay, 3 for a dip. Second turn dip, not bad. And that was a Mox Emerald in addition. All right, third turn. Place a Swamp. 2 mana. Ooh, Demonic Tutor. Okay, my opponent got his card, I believe. I wonder if it's something that he can cast with 1. If he had some kind of a blue source, he would have gotten an Ancestral. Will he pass? Ooh. Ooh. Right Elemental Blast, he might have tutor for that. We'll see. My turn. I have 3 mana right now. I don't know if I have a Erhnam or a Suchi. Let's see, I don't think so. I have a land. I think I have a Karma there. I brought it against for the sideboard. I think that's what it is. So right now he has 2 swamps. Okay, land. But I think I need double white. Ooh, I pass. I don't have any creatures. Alright, so seems I'm gonna get hit for 2 from the factory. Or maybe he plays something from hand. He passes. I guess he's afraid of attacking with the factory. So now he has 3 swamps though. Ooh, I got the double white. Was that a Karma? Yep, that's a Karma. So he's gonna take. So he's at 20. I haven't done any damage to him. He's gonna take 3 damage a turn. That's assuming he doesn't drop any more swamps. So there, takes 3. So this may force his hand and he has to start attacking with the factory. I just have a oof. He mind twist my whole hand away. Alright, not so bad. 2 disenchants and a balance. So the balance I wasn't gonna play. Well, I guess main I could have. Okay, and then he plays a City of Brass in addition. Okay, takes 3. So 14. So all the damage I've done so far is just from the Karma. So I have an Emerald. I'm not sure. Okay, oof. Takes a damage, so he casts. Okay, that's a Pixies, I believe. For my side. Okay, he casts a Send Your Vampire from before. Took a damage from the City of Brass. Ouch, 10. So he's taken 9 damage and then 1 more from the City of Brass. So that's how he's gotten to 10. So I'm winning this game just from the Karma. Got a Pixies, a Mox Emerald, and then I'm not sure what that other middle card is. Unfortunately, the glare is tricky. So it may be. No, actually. Alright, so my opponent played a land, I believe. Thinking about what to do. So if he just sits back, he's gonna die. So he has to attack. But I have a Pixies. If he attacks with a Vampire, so he can't attack with the factory. Because I just block it and kill it with my Pixies. If he attacks with the Vampire, he'll hit me for 4. But then the factory cannot block the Pixies. So he'll get hit for 2. And then he's taking 3 damage. So that's, yeah, I think, yeah, that's the best call. He can't attack. So my turn, I drew. Let's see what I have. Oh yeah, that middle card is the Karma, of course. 4 mana. Ooh, Erhnam. Takes 3 again. 7. Alright, passes. So I had to give Force Walk to his Vampire, but most likely he's not attacking anyway. Okay. Okay. Alright, so I do have 2 Pixies. Oh yeah, I had a Pixies. So now I have 2 Pixies. He takes 3. Okay, he gives up. Yeah, he just, yeah. All right, so definitely a very favorable matchup. He just by luck, there was no answer for my Karma. I legit won that second game only because of Karma. I didn't do any damage to him in any other way. So that was lucky on my part. So, okay, so now I can discuss the next steps in the tournament. So what happened was, at this point of the tournament, I'm going to show now in a little bit the price card and the prices in the price card distribution portion of the tournament. So I did make the top 8, so I was 7th place, right? So I just barely made it to top 8. So I do have a follow-up video for my top 8 match from the next round, round 5. But this was the first initial cutoff point for top 8. So the prices for the tournament are given out based off these first four matches. So the price cards are based off these first 4 matches. So depending on how you did in the tournament, you went according to that, right? So the person who got the best overall record in these first 4 rounds in their first place, they got to pick first. Second place got to pick second, and so on, right? So there are some cards from the tournament itself to be given out for various reasons, right? So I think we have a top 4 row of cards, and then if maybe I'm mistaken. All right, so I'm just taking a quick peek here because I want to play the video of the card distribution without any commentary. So I want to explain just what we're seeing real quick. Yeah. So yeah, there are a couple of alters to be given out for. Yeah, I think that altered ancestral recall was for first place in the initial first 4 rounds, right? We have not given out the official champion has not been crowned yet, right? So that's after we go from top 8 then to top 4 and then the final match, right? So since this is the Sylex Slam tournament, an actual Sylex or a bowl there with an actual Golgothian Sylex, I believe that's what it's called. That card is in the center of it. So that's the actual championship trophy to be given out once we go through the next following steps. But like I said, the initial 4 rounds right now has concluded, and once we get to 7th place, that'll be me selecting a sinkhole as my card, and then after that everybody picks until all the cards that are in the prize pool are selected. So I believe yeah, all the cards that are signed or tattooed, so all these cards will be eligible for a tattoo 40 deck if you had one. So yeah, so different people gave different cards. I finally ended up giving the foreign black bordered Erhnamgeddon card that I had gotten for another tournament, but I just felt it wasn't the proper place to put that card in that one. But this one, I decided to finally pull the trigger and then just donated that one for this one, right? So and I was happy to do so. But yeah, definitely very nice card selection that was donated by players. I see gold bordered City of Brass. I believe that's an either alpha or beta Ho giant, so that's pretty cool. Ivory Tower for antiquities, that sinkhole which I ended up choosing. Yeah, and I believe that's a special island over there. A Maze of if I'm not mistaken, my Erhnamgeddon and 2 side blasts as well, unlimited side blasts. So yeah, pretty, and that's just among just the ones that pop up a bit more. But very nice selection, and so I'll leave it up to here for you guys to enjoy this portion of the tournament, which I for the most part does not get included in match videos because I guess most people want to focus just on the games themselves, but me as a when I first started attending events, this was totally new to me, even though I read up on this tradition. But just, knowing about it theoretically, but then actually seeing it in person is just totally different, right? So that's why whenever I can, I include this portion of the tournament as well, because it's kind of a behind the scenes thing, right? That unless you're in the actual tournament, most people wouldn't even get to see this. But I think it's really highlights one of the cool qualities of old school Magic, and then just the community vibes that you get from old school. All right, so up to there, and then I'll leave you now with the prize card selection video.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, first place, undefeated, is Casey.
Am I supposed to pick here? What's the big money card?
Side blast.
What?
Side blast is dollars. I don't know. Elder Deep Shadow?
Guys, what do I take? I don't know what I'm supposed to
You should take the one I take the island.
take.
They're all damaged.
You don't have island.
Yeah, I'm sure
take
they are
the
all
island.
damaged. I don't know. Mazerith worth anything?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Do
sure, I'll
you
take
play
that
it?
one. Yeah.
Then we can play it. Second place is Jordan.
Whoa, Jordan, nice. You already know.
Third place is Ty.
Nice.
tight.
Side blast.
I'll take the Sylex too, Mr. Winner over here.
We do top 8.
Oh,
He has to defend his title. Fourth place is David.
Hey, David.
And if you haven't taken a Circle of Protection Black, take one of those too. Fifth place is Brian.
Oh, Brian.
Brian M.
Oh, I'm sorry. Specify.
I'm not taking the Paralyze. Sorry, I was not prepared for this. I was prepared to take the Ivory Tower.
You're good. Take a playable card.
I'm gonna take... No, I will never play that. I'll take this Vice.
Solid choice.
Sixth place is Parker.
Alpha Hill Giant's cool and all, but Hill Plains.
Nice.
Seventh place is Jesus.
Ooh. Robert, can you get mine for me? What the hell do I want? I'll take the sinkhole.
This one?
Yep.
Nice.
Thank you.
Eighth place is Christopher G.
Nice.
I want that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
This is your top 8. You'll be playing a few more matches. Ninth place is Brian P.
Oh man, just missed out.
Oh boy. Alright. Tough call here. It's either Sarah.
Peeks in the back, guys.
It's always easy until you go up here. Then it gets hard. It always looks easy before that. I'll take the Vesuv, and I don't have one.
10th place is Lee.
This is cool.
Yeah, he'll join us though.
I'll probably use the
Yeah.
Elder Deep Shadow.
Did you see the Recon Elf repaint?
11th place is Nick M.
Beating you down, man. Why him?
12th place is Eric Pallone. Eric? Oh, there he is.
Gotta get relic.
Yeah.
13th place is Mikey.
Need assistance. I was
the
thinking
Stone
this.
Giant.
This guy?
Giant.
Hill Giant?
Alpha.
Yeah.
Cool.
Now you want
Lost it. 14th place is Jenna.
Which one?
Wait, where?
Juggernaut?
You want that one?
This one?
Yep.
Okay.
Nice pick, John.
Yeah. 15th place is Darren.
Oh yeah, get a circle.
After Darren is Jay Tominos.
Probably does more than Jay.
Jay.
Straight county. Pick your cards. What card would you like?
Jay Tominos.
Thanks, whatever. You get Urza's mine.
Good pull. Good pull.
Next is Brian B.
Nice.
Next is Josh Duhamel.
Civil War, battlefield, nurse, like in the dark, like in the twilight, like blood covered.
This card reserve list.
Yeah. Richard Arvalo. Yeah. Andrew Popkin. You have one of these? Jeremy Marcus. Alex H. He dropped. Jason K.
This for Katie 7.
Matt Wan. Seth Roncaroni. Seth.
I'll pick her.
Darius dropped. Baron Nick. Chris Rhymes. Chris Skidmore. And one for me. Drink. And the last two dropped. Okay. Who was? Raise your hand if you were playing without power. Who was the highest place without power? Who was the highest place without power? I'm trying to figure it out.
I think over here, this guy.
Oh, you're in top 8 without power.
Holy crap.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank
you
you.
get your very own.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, we will now move to top 8 and bottom 2. Everyone else will get some pizza. Thank you for coming. We do this every month. We do a little smaller thing on Fridays, every Friday.